Hey guys, my name is Donnie, and online I go by ZereNity. Lately I've been doing a lot of coaching for players regarding their mental state in the game and how it affects their performance. Surprisingly to me, a lot of the players that have come to me have actually been coaches themselves, sometimes asking questions about how to deal with their students, or oftentimes just asking theory-based questions on how to improve their coaching. During the Shanghai Major, there was a lot of talk about coaches and their importance to team success, and people were saying that they think coaches may become a very integral part of teams, just like they are in conventional sports all across the world. I kind of tend to agree with this theory based on my own experience during conventional sports, having played baseball in college and coached baseball and snowboarding since then. And now coaching Dota, I see a lot of parallels between the importance of proper relaying of information from master to student. And I know that someone who is very skillful might not necessarily have the teaching ability to relay the information that they know. And so there are a few things that really set a good teacher or a good coach apart from the rest of the pack. I'm sure many of you have had the experience of a very good teacher in school that really made not only the learning experience, but also the material memorable.
Math is a really cool thing. So get off your act, let's do some math.
And I'm sure everybody's had their fair share of bad teachers as well, where you're just bored to tears and you don't retain anything that you were supposed to learn in that class or that setting. So what I did is I broke down the anatomy of an excellent coach into 5 specific words. And those are knowledge, or knowledgeable. Obviously, having knowledge of the area that you're trying to teach is very important. Skillful is another area, mastery of that area, or mastery of that knowledge. But neither of these two things actually guarantee that you're going to be a very good coach or teacher. So moving on to leadership, that's really what you are doing as a coach. You're leading the student to knowledge. You're not just like a professor at the front of a classroom, lecturing. For most effective teaching, you need to be leading the student to the knowledge that you want them to learn. So this is kind of where a coach or teacher might set themselves apart a little bit. And the 4th quality, adaptability, is where this gap really widens, because a great teacher is going to be able to adapt to their students. Some people learn best by visual stimulus. Some people learn best by listening. Some people learn best by doing things. A good teacher is going to be able to switch up, their normal style of communication to fit with their students' style of learning. And that will really accelerate the growth. And the 5th quality, empathy, is something that only great teachers really have. The ability to connect with your student, the ability to connect with the person that you're trying to give information to at a level beyond just master and student or coach and student, is really kind of a rare thing. And building the empathy between two people creates a much stronger relationship and allows for accelerated growth in all areas across the board, because there's sort of like a positive reinforcement support system to learn on.
At least after 6 months of training, you're not acting like a crybaby anymore.
You're like one of the family now. Yeah, you're kind of like my big green uncle.
You talk way too much, kid. Be quiet and go to sleep. Tomorrow's lesson's gonna be the hardest one you've had yet.
Good night.
I know that a lot of this might seem kind of abstract, but that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to move from the concrete stuff like knowledge and skill to the more kind of rare and ethereal qualities that really make a coach good. And as we see the scene grow, I think that the demand for coaches is only going to increase. So, why not do it well? And that's what I want to try and do, is to help coach coaches to be the best that they can be, to teach their students not only more effectively, but efficiently as well. Because if you only have to teach something once, then that is much more beneficial both to you and the student than having to do it multiple times because they just aren't quite getting the way you're saying something. They're not quite connecting with the material because you as a coach are not presenting it in the way that the student needs to know.